Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. I appreciate everybody for their patience. Y'all some patient people. All right. Hey there, Karen. I am back. I am back. I think we got this now. A proud deplorable from Arkansas. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. What's up, Stacy? What up, Susan? All right, we got Susan in the house. We got Lisa. Lisa, what's up? What's going on, Lisa? Hey, love y'all too, Susan. For real. Ain't nothing but love over here. Hey, Auntie. What's going on? All right. What up, Christo? Hello again, everybody. Hey, Kathy. Okay, got Catherine in the house. Catherine Luback, what's going on? Kimmer. Hey, Laura. All right. Lisa. Yeah, good to see you, Lisa. Hold on, I'm waiting for Chanel. Hold on, I'm waiting. Hey, Darla. Hello again. Hey, love you too, Patricia. All right. Dan Rodriguez in the house. What's going on? There you go. There is Chanel. That's my Chanel right here. That's my Chanel right here. There she go. Yay! Chanel's in the house. All the way in Cali. Cali. Straight out of Cali. Waiting for the invite. All right. Give us one moment. Yes, I have gotten the spray, Tony. I have gotten the spray. We all got to get that spray, y'all. You dig? All right. Okay, we wait. Sometimes, there you go. There goes Chanel.
Oh, okay, good.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you. Let me take these glasses off.
All right. You know, and
Okay.
man, it's so much that Chanel knows that up in California, you know, Chanel be out there fighting, you know what I'm saying? Man, I've seen on them videos, man, just be like, man, just be representing. Just be representing for real, representing our country. And hey, thank you for all you do.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right. So what's going on in California? What's going on down in Cali? I mean,
A lot. I was at a rally yesterday and it was hosted by ACLU. ACLU is leading the pack out here for illegal immigrants. It's so unfair. And they have the attorney power. Our members of our group were put out of a church by ACLU members, and 3 of them were handcuffed. You know, they bluffed us and tried to scare us and stuff, but we stood our ground. We went outside and we finished protesting outside. It was a church in Los Angeles, while they harbored the legal immigrants in there, teaching them how to disobey the law, which is unfair. You know, It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And what they do in California, we're the experiment state. They take it across the country. And that's why it's so important that we stand in California, and we need all the support we can get, because we're trying to stop it here in California. If not, it's going to spread across the country. And a lot of people in other states already know it. A lot of it has already spread it across the country.
yes.
Yes. But I have a couple of topics I would like to talk about today. Number one is immigration. I posted some links. I sent some links to you, Mo, and I hope that you share them.
I
One of the
definitely
links
will.
has to do with SB 54. That's that sanctuary state bill. And it was
Okay.
introduced by DeLeon, Kevin DeLeon. Now, Kevin DeLeon was the one that announced a few months ago that half of his family was over here illegal. Then he
Yeah.
turns around and writes a sanctuary state bill to protect his family members. And we
Wow.
feel that that's wrong because what would happen if I decided to rob a bank with my family members and then I turn around and write a law to cover up robbing a bank? That's
Wow.
how we feel out here. There's someone, a Assemblyman that's out of, I think, Huntington Beach. His name is Travis Allen. He wrote a response to retract that SB 54, and his response was called SB 1252. And he contacted our group, and we went all the way to Sacramento, which is about 7 hours from Southern California, and we testified and stuff. They still voted it out, because they want California to be a sanctuary state.
Yeah.
So we're making trips to Sacramento maybe every other month or so, and sometimes twice, in a month, according to what comes up. So we want people out there to know we are out here fighting. We are. The mainstream media is not going to show it, but we have different groups of people out here in different areas, especially in Southern California, that's fighting against these corrupt politicians out here
Right.
and this corrupt governor out here also, Jerry Brown.
Wow.
Yes.
So they
Also with
defend
illegal
criminals
immigration.
out there.
Also, I want to say people need to know the ACLU, which is across the country. ACLU has made billions, not millions, billions of dollars in attorney fees. They're a non-profit organization, but ACLU is making billions of dollars to pay their attorneys, in attorney fees. And they're a non-profit organization. ACLU has turned its back. The first word, the acronym is A, stands for American. They're not representing Americans. Maybe once a year they'll find a case down south in Alabama somewhere and represent somebody black. But in California, we have contacted them. They are not helping the black community. They are helping
Wow.
destroying the black community.
Of
ACLU is
course.
out of control out here.
Wow.
And also, one of those links that I sent you is an
Yeah.
article where ACLU filed against the government, and this was a couple of years ago. Over 200 illegal immigrants that were here illegally with mental illness problems were deported. ACLU sued the government and wanted the right to go to Mexico and bring them back. That's just
Wow.
how out of control ACLU is with representing these criminals out here. Now they're mentally ill. Mentally ill.
Wow.
They went all the way to Mexico and brought at the expense of the taxpayers. This is what your tax dollars is paying for.
Wow.
And people want to know how these people keep winning because of people like ACLU and the immigration attorneys out here in California who are out of control and out of control politicians. They need to be shut down. And the government needs to know we don't want our taxpayers' money wasted on trash like this. It's got to stop. The mainstream media is not going to tell you guys. They're not going to talk about it.
No, they
They're
won't.
not going to talk about it.
No, they won't talk about it at all.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
try to cover up. What I'm saying, they protect the illegals.
Yeah, oh, yes, they do. Because they're making money off of them. They're making money off of them. They have kicked
Yep.
American citizens off of their jobs, especially in the black community out here in California. There's no more black communities out here. Okay.
Wow.
Blacks are being targeted. Blacks are under attack. Blacks are being shot up. Black are being firebombed out here. You firebomb a community, that's an act of war. Government's not doing nothing but covering it up for them. A black principal was killed out here years ago in one of the cities. And before they killed him, the illegal gangbangers announced that they were going to kill him. And they killed him.
Wow.
Mainstream, they're terrorized the kids in the different schools and stuff. It is war out here in California, and the mainstream media is not going to show our side. Every time you look around, they're showing, oh, the poor, they're broken up from their families, they're torn from their families. Why they killing up our family members? It's got to stop. It's gotta stop.
It's like
So
the corruption. It's like they trying to start it over there now, California. They want to start it over there right now, with all this. And then after
right.
California, they're gonna work on the next state. They're gonna work on another one.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
it's they are there in Mississippi. I have a lot of people in Mississippi. They're already spread across the country, but they go in there, so they go in there first, and we're looking for a job and we're running from our country and stuff. And you have people there that help them, but do not let them get out of hand like California. When you look up, it's more them than it are us. That's what happened in California. The population in California has doubled out here, and it's so wrong. The black community, they have kicked blacks off of jobs. They have kicked black, and you lose your job, you can't pay your house note. Blacks have lost their house, their homes, their apartments, their cars. It's and the mainstream media won't talk about it. All they show is how Paco is separated from his family. Oh, the poor little immigrants. And it's gotta stop. Just like Trump talks about how the media does him, they're doing the same thing out here with American citizens. They will not show the truth, and they will not show our side of the story. It's gotta stop.
Yes.
We're just letting people know, if you don't shut it down, and people out there need to reach out and help California, because if we don't stop it here, the cancer in California is going to spread across the country.
Wow.
And the globalists are upset because Trump is in office. They're already upset, and they're fighting him every step of the way because he's trying to shut it down.
Yes.
He's trying to shut it down. So I just would like to ask, does anybody have any questions about California and illegal immigration? If you do, type it in, and more read the questions to me.
All right.
If you have any questions, and then I'll go on to the next topic.
All right. Hey, your screen is you real dark. Is you about light?
Let me turn on the light. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Now that's better, huh?
Yep, that's better. Now I see
it's
you.
Like day and night. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so used to hiding out in the
hiding out.
I'm so used to hiding in the shower. You see me in the dark. Okay, I'm back. Does anyone have any questions?
Okay, I'm reading. I got my auntie Deborah Delk on here. She said, "This is so good. ACLU does not protect American citizens. Do more for illegal aliens than black community revealed. California has kicked blacks to the side and support the illegals. Shut it down before it spreads throughout America."
Yes, that's what we're trying to do. We're out there, the last month or so, different groups have been out there every day, Mo. And yesterday I was at a rally, but it was like 4 other events all through California. Mo, we're stretching ourselves, but Mo, we got to do it. And after I left the rally, some of the people in the group I was with, they went downtown to another event. Yeah. So I mean, we're doing the best we can, and if we don't stop it here, the rest of the country is going to suffer.
Yep.
They think they are unstoppable, and you have these corrupt politicians supporting them. We didn't vote for them to open that border. I don't remember voting for that. We didn't vote to be kicked off our jobs, and it's unfair. They're being paid with taxpayers' money. We did not vote for this trash. We did not. And we need to send a message. We're not going to tolerate it.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions?
Any questions, y'all? Chanel is a national hero. All right, Lise.
I would. Oh, thank you. I'm doing my best. I mean, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody.
And I just like to say, it's not just the black community, it's Americans, period. They're stumbling over us. I have had Asian Americans, I have had Latino Americans come to me and say that, and white Americans say that they cannot find a job. I kid you not, just not black. So it's beginning to, it's affecting everybody, and it's wrong. America, first, and that's what we stand for out here. And in our group, we have all nationalities. So, you know, I have been called a white supremacist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, because different people I run with in the group are, you know, are white. We have Asian, we have Latinos, and they call us all white supremacists. And they know I'm black, and they still call me in my face a white supremacist and a racist. So we have learned to turn around and put those same words back in their face. When they can't get their way, they're told the last result is to say the word racist.
Yeah.
You know, so I told my group, they playing a word game. Take those same words, put it right back in your face, because they have discriminated against American citizens, especially black American citizens.
Yes.
In the job market, and they continue to do it. And these politicians stand behind them, and we're not going to have it. We're not. We're not.
You know that most of them people, when you ask them, you know what I'm saying? I say 99% of them, when you ask them, why do you don't like Trump? Why? And you know, they can't come with an answer or something. Oh, because he's racist.
Yeah.
No, you tell me why.
That's the word. That's the key word. They've been taught to say the word racist. I'm a poet, and I wrote a poem about politicians, and you know, in some of my poetry, I'm saying the same thing about them. They're, you know, I wrote a song too, and that song, you know, it's about what's going on with illegal immigration. It talks about how they use the race card. You know, one verse goes, the name of the song is "Press 1 for English, press 2 if you're illegal." That's the name of the song. Press 1 for English, press 2 you illegal. And the reason why I wrote that song, not trying to be funny or call people names, but I was so, you know, I lost the job because I didn't speak Spanish. And I felt that was so unfair. Here in America, I lost my job. They told me, you know, we're letting you go. EEOC did not do anything because they're in all the offices out here. So instead of, you know, going on a rage, I'm a poet, I wrote it out, you know, to let my frustration out. And I came up with the song, "Press 1 for English, press 2 if you're illegal." One verse of the song says, "Press 1 for English, press 2 if you're illegal. You took a lot of jobs from American people. Then you turn around, you want to call us racist. You played the race card to take our places." And that's just what they did. They're playing the race card on us because that's what they was told, and so far it's been working. But you know what? We have had enough, and we're throwing it right back in their face. If you come out here, you will see 90% of the jobs are by Latino, and a lot of the jobs out here are illegal immigrants. Don't get me wrong, not all Latinos are bad. There's Latinos out here that don't have a job, who are American citizen Latinos and can't find a job because they don't speak Spanish. I kid you not. Wow. So, but they have 90% of the jobs. And, you know, they want to throw that we're up in our face that we're racist. It's not right and it's not fair. And organizations like ACLU, who's making money off of this, follow the money. Follow the money. And I was in Washington, D.C. about 2 weeks ago. And, you know, we had an open forum about one of the organizations. And there was law enforcement there, and, you know, ICE representatives and stuff. Oh, we're arresting them. We're arresting them. And when my turn came, you know, I asked a question. I said, you keep using the word arrest. How many of them are you deporting? It's one thing to arrest them, but it's another thing to deport them. And let me tell you something about that arrest. They have 400 detention centers throughout the United States. 400. Okay. So they're arresting them and they're detaining them and they're making money off of it. I lived in a city called El Delano. I moved out last year. El Delano had the largest detention center in Southern California. It hosts up to 1,800 illegals detention. After they're released out of jail, they're put into detention centers, or when they're arrested, they ship them straight to a detention center. It holds 1,800. Full capacity is making $74 million a year.
Whoa.
Now you times 74 million, like times 400 centers throughout the United States, okay? Now all of them might not be 1,800, but if one of them making 74 million a year, do you hear what I'm saying, America? This is taxpayers' money. This is taxpayers' money.
Good
And they
Lord.
can, oh, we arrested 300. We gather up. How many are you deporting? And then if they deport one, oh, poor Paco over here, he's leaving his kids. You're splitting up family. You split your family up when you crossed that border and came over here. You split your family up. And they're over here killing American citizens. And the news, the media is not talking about it because they're making money off of them. They're making money off of them, those detention centers, and the immigration attorneys like ACLU is making billions of dollars off of them. And then the corporations are making money. The corporations are making money because they have the jobs. And the corporations are making money off of them. Wow. So don't fool yourself. They're over here living in luxury and paradise compared to American citizens. Don't fool yourself.
And while we're struggling, you know what I'm saying, they're allowing us to struggle, you know what I'm saying, while they can live pretty, you know what I'm saying? And
you know, I want to touch bases. I want to mention a little bit about taxpayers and about the ITIN number. That's another link I sent you, Mo, about the ITIN number. People do not know that they're being assigned what's called an ITIN number. And because they can't get a Social Security number, they're being assigned this number through the IRS, and you have to fill out a W-7 form. Now, I worked this last decade in 4 different states as a tax store manager. I taught basis taxes 1 and 2. This is not some article I read. This is what I know for a fact, okay? American citizens, a lot of us do not know that they're allowing these people to get this number, and they're claiming people in Mexico. So if you have 10 relatives in Mexico, you can claim them, and they're not U.S. citizens. And when we challenge this, you know what the IRS tells us? It's a loophole. It's not a loophole. Let me tell you why it's not a loophole. Because in publication 17, the IRS has it printed that they can do this. You can go to IRS. That's another link I sent you, Mo. Go to IRS publication 17, page 27. Look under citizen and resident tests. And you'll see what the IRS is saying, that they could claim people in Mexico and Canada. See, now I worked in 4 different states. I never had a client that tried to claim somebody in Canada, but Mexico? I mean, now tell me why they can claim people out the country who are not United States citizens, but I can't claim my people when Katrina happened down south in New Orleans. I ended up moving down there for 1.5 years after Katrina to help out.
Man.
And you wonder how they getting these big tax checks, because they're claiming 10 or however many they want to in Mexico. And the IRS is allowing it. And what made me so angry, I moved back to California, and I trained 130 people how to do taxes here in California. I had to teach the class. I had to teach them how to fill out a W-7 form. You know, and while my relatives are being audited by the IRS, I had clients I had to save and represent in front of the IRS. The IRS is going after them to pay taxes. Why the IRS allowing these people to claim people out the country? Come on now, America, wake up. Wake up, America. Publication, IRS, publication 17, page 27, again, under citizenship and resident tests. Look up under that section, page 27. Wow. We got to stop. We got to shut it. And you wonder why Trump is trying to reform the tax law? Because they know it. They know it. I sent you a link about the ITIN number. They're trying to phase it out now. It's been in existence about 15 years. You know, and that's why they have allowed them to come over here. They've been using that number. That number was not intended for illegal immigrants, but they have allowed them to use it to buy real estate. They're using it like open a bank account. They're using it like a Social Security number. And see, if Hillary would have got in office, that was going to be their Social Security number. If she was, because the first 100 days, Hillary was planning on opening the border, her first 100 days. America needs to wake up. So you tell me why they can claim people in another country who are not U.S. citizens, and then they want to come after American citizens. Do you know people have lost everything they had behind the IRS? I have a
Wow.
relative, the IRS went in their account and took all the money out their account.
Dang.
Come on now. But you can claim people in Mexico who are not U.S. citizens?
Right. You can claim them.
Why do Trump want to reform the law? Because the government knows it. Earlier part of the year, look up, Jeff Sessions spoke. He said, we need to take the $4 billion that they're getting a year in refunds from taxes. Look the article up. Jeff Sessions speaks about the $4 billion illegal immigrants are getting from the IRS. Google it and look it up. In refunds. And they're not even supposed to be here working over here.
Wow.
And people wonder why I'm out there protesting in this damn streets.
Mm-hmm.
I had to represent friends, relatives, and also clients when it came to the IRS. I mean,
Wow.
IRS coming after them hard, want to take everything they got.
But they don't want to take nothing
It's
from the
got
loopholes.
to stop. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Mo, I sent you the links. Do the research, read it for yourself, and look up the article about Jeff Sessions. $4 billion a year they get in refunds.
I put the link under here, y'all. I'm sharing a link up on my Facebook page, and man, you need to get out.
I mean, it's incredible what they're allowed to get away with. It's Mo, I put a government link. I sent you a government link also, talking about taking action, what you can do. You can start blowing up the phone lines, calling Washington, D.C. They have a comment line. I sent you the link. I meant to put the numbers down, but I sent you the link that when you go on that government page, it has the phone numbers to the White House switchboard and also to their comment line. We need to blow those phones up.
Yes.
With what in the hell is going on? Why are taxpayers forced to pay taxes and losing their money? Why are people claiming people in another country? And they're going to open it up to other countries. Right now, it's just Canada and Mexico. Their plan was to open it up to like China, India, and yet it was going to be 3 or 4 more other countries to begin with. But you're an American citizen. Can you claim anybody? I mean, especially black. Can you claim anybody from Africa? And my roots have been traced to Africa. Can I claim any of my people? I have a daughter that's been to Africa. She just returned and came back.
Wow.
But can we claim people in another country who are not U.S. citizens? Americans need to wake up. I am livid. I am pissed. And that's another reason why I'm out in the street. I lost everything I had. I was told I did not speak Spanish in my country. And well, why is she mad? Why is she out there? Why is she fighting against those poor people? They're prostituting their kids. And yes, I said the word prostitute. They're prostituting their kids, putting their kids out in front of us, wanting us to have compassion and feel sorry for them. They are literally firebombing black families out here, attacking blacks, chasing blacks out of their neighborhood. One activist, black activist I know, her 4-year-old grandson was shot. They were taking groceries out the car, taking it to where they live.
Right.
A car pulled up with tinted windows and opened up fire on them. It was 3 black families left on this street. Now that's extreme. When you pull up and you shoot a 4-year-old, they shot his mother 7 times. They shot the father 3 times. This is in California. And these politicians don't do a damn, especially in the black ones. Oh, that's a whole new show, the black politicians out here.
Whew.
With Maxine Waters in the lead, they know we're under attack. They pulling up in these dark tinted windows. You heard what I said? And a lot of them, I'm saying it now, you're going to hear it live from Chanel, are law enforcement. Let me tell you why. Because out here, only law enforcement can drive around with those dark tinted windows. You hear what I said? Because if you do, you get a ticket. So what in the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
Pay attention, everybody.
So you think we just been shot down on the street by police when they stopped you for a taillight? No, they're driving around these dark tinted cars, attacking, especially blacks out here. You heard what I said? I mean, we are going through it in the mainstream media and the ACLU and the NAACP. NAACP is representative. They put them in the category of being colored. And I have appealed to all of them. They will not help us. They will not help us. And the
Wow.
NAACP has the audacity to send out messages that, you know, they're funding, you know, help fund the NAACP. The audacity. And they are not helping Black American citizens, especially with the job market. You have Blacks out here discriminating against Blacks because they're making money off of them. So, I mean, it's a mess in California. So, you know, be warned. Y'all can sit there and not say nothing and not do anything. I'm not saying, you know, just, you know, you got to pour your heart in California, but at least make phone calls, because you don't want it in your state. You don't want it coming there. They already done filtered in all the states.
Right.
North Carolina is having, look up the articles. North Carolina is having a hard time with child rapes out there. North Carolina. Georgia, they moved to Georgia. They took all the jobs for Blacks in Georgia. Mainstream media, who's ran by the same people like from Hollywood, is not going to announce it. It's genocide on Blacks. All these diversions, all these sex this and sex that, is a diversion while they wiping out first the Black community.
We got a question. We got a question, Chanel. Are there a lot of Spanish police officers in Cali?
Oh, please, please, please. Just yesterday, I went off at that rally. I said 90% of the law enforcement agencies are Latino. 90%. And let me tell you what personally happened to me one time. I had an accident with my car, and I called the police station, and this person answered the phone with a real thick accent. I could barely understand them, you know, broken English. And I said, wait a minute. I said, could you put a police officer on the phone? He said, AM police officer. I'm like, what? He could barely speak English. This was a police station. They letting them, they are changing the law. They're letting them, if they want to become a lawyer, they don't have to be a citizen. Police officer don't have to be a citizen. Whatever trade, whatever occupation they want to be in, they're allowing it, and they're not even U.S. citizens. Jeez. I mean, California. You guys better wake up. You better wake up. But 90% of the force out here, I was just fussing. I posted a video yesterday, and when you can hear me fussing about right in their face. It was about 4 Latino officers, you know, and I said the force is 90% Latino. You know that's wrong. And they were there yesterday covering up, protecting the legal immigrants. The police department. They put 3 of our guys in handcuffs. They, you know, eventually let them go, but they wouldn't let us go in the church. Well, some was in the church. They kicked them out the church.
Whoa.
So it's a lot. But again, out there, you can do your part just contacting the White House and letting them know. Call that comment line. Call the switchboard. You can call the switchboard and get your local you know, official that's representing you and let them know we don't want mass immigration. We do not want change migration. Because no sooner than they pass amnesty, we got like 30 to 40 million. Don't fool yourself. It ain't no 5 million. Years ago, they said 5 million. Now they up to 11. It's 30 million that we know of, okay? So, if they give them amnesty, that whole 30 million going to get amnesty, and they're going to send for their relatives. They already let them claim them. So don't sit up here and think we give them amnesty, it's going to stop. It's going to get worse. And they are not putting American citizens first. I lost my eyesight. I worked out there over 30 years, and when it came time for me to get help, it took me like 4 tries. I had to get a turn. I lost my eyesight waiting to get help. You hear what I said?
Wow.
They come over here to get every damn thing, free housing, free welfare, free. You heard what I said? And this is my money that was put away. I've been working. They were taking, I had a job in high school. You know what I said, Mo? They were taking money out of my check since high school.
Wow.
And when I needed help, my eye is gone. And people wonder, well, why she so mad? Why she out there fussing? Why? Okay. So if you do not help, shut it down. I mean, just call Washington, D.C. We don't want change migration. We think it's wrong. and it is wrong. We have families too. And at the schools, they're beating up our kids, jumping on. I mean, you just don't know, Mo.
Wow.
We're having a hard time in the mainstream media. It's not a week go by, they don't show a sad story about illegal immigrants, but nothing about our side. And another thing is, our nephew just got out of jail, had been in there for decades, for something he didn't even do. He wasn't even at the scene of the crime. We get 3 strikes. They get amnesty. Everybody can come over here and get reparations but blacks. Everybody can come over and get paid but blacks. You mention the word reparations, they got an attitude. And they done destroy black communities. I'm not talking about reparations for slavery. Pay us for the crap you have done to us now. You remember Black Wall Street in Oklahoma? You remember Black Wall Street? That wasn't during slavery times. And they bomb Black Wall Street. Every 30 to 40 years, these demons are doing this to the black community. We need to shut it down. Every 30, 40 years. Every 30 and 40 years, people within the sound of my voice look up Black Wall Street and find out what they did to black ownership. Oh, blacks don't try. Blacks are not educated. Blacks are lazy. Every time, Mo, we try to do something, get on our feet, Mo, they knock us down and we have to crawl. Did you hear what I said? Wow. It's by design. It needs to stop. And the last thing, and I'm going to wrap it up, civil rights. Out here, they're taking away civil rights. Let me tell you how they're doing it through the universities like UCLA. And yes, I said UCLA with their racist. Ooh. They're taking away civil rights. They have closed down civil rights offices. I went to one downtown. The office was closed and moved, and they could not tell me where it went. They closed down civil rights offices in Southern California, and what they're trying to do now is come up with human rights, not civil rights, but human rights. Let me tell you why they're saying human rights. You know why they're saying human rights?
Say it.
Because they want to include these people. They want to include this globalist mess. See, if they say civil rights, that's the background of the blacks and American civil rights. They want human rights now. They open it up human rights now. Be warned. Because if they have human rights, everybody can come over here and they're human. And they come before American citizens. America, you better wake up.
Wake the hell up,
Are there
America.
any more questions out there? Any more questions about legal immigration, about taxes, or about, how to take action? Again, you don't have to do much. Just make a few phone calls and tell them. No amnesty. Just call the office, tell them no Americans, just say Americans first, no amnesty. They have 2 sets of laws out here. They have a set of laws for them and a set of laws for us. And Mo is wrong. When you come here, we're a nation of laws. Assimilate when you come here. They're not. They changed the language for them. Why do you think every time you pick up a phone, it says what? Press 1 for English. Mo, that's just like back in the day when they said a white water faucet and what? A black water faucet.
Oh.
They are segregating us. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. Yep. You ain't lying.
Think about it. By design. America, you better wake up. And now they open up the door for the Muslims to come in here.
Ooh, they cater to Muslims, but don't respect Christianity. You know what I'm saying?
They don't. They don't. They was trying to get rid of Christmas, when the last administration, they was trying to get rid of the word Merry Christmas and stuff. I mean, America, you better wake up and you better stand up. And they are fighting Trump. They're fighting Trump to the finish. He is not perfect. But if Trump didn't get in office, we'd be worse. You think it's bad. If he did not win, it was
you think it's bad.
If he did not win, it was going to, I beg you, America, wake up. That's all I can say. Are there any more questions out there?
Any questions, anybody? Make sure y'all invite everybody on this live feed. Man, this needs to be heard, y'all. This ain't fake news. This ain't fake news. This needs to be heard.
Thank you. Thank you. And tell you what, Mo, if you want to update like once a month, maybe we can do this once a month. I'm on the ground. I'm on the front line. I can let them know what's going on in California. And I've been to Washington twice this year, and I'm planning on going again in the next few months or so. but we're lobbying and, we're trying to get the word out. And don't get me wrong, I love my Black people, but I'm an American.
Yeah.
I'm American first. I am American. And when I speak, not only for the Black community, I speak for Americans, period. And let me tell you something. We have Latinos that's on our team. They're getting attacked. They're getting beat up because they're Latinos, and they're against what's going on. They're against these people coming over here, these other 17 countries coming over here. They're hit the hardest. I mean, yes, they have destroyed the Black community, but when we out there lobbying and stuff, and when we out there rallying, they literally attack them. See, they have come after me too, but you know, I'm gonna stand my ground. I was wearing a shoe one time with a wooden heel, and I took off my shoe because I was gonna turn into a weapon. And they told the police, "She got a weapon." You damn sure I do. Take another step towards me and see what happened. The Secret Service came and said by me, "Oh man, we not gonna let them have." Oh no, I'm protecting you, Mr. Secret Service man. I'm protecting you because they ain't touching me. And Mo, I meant that. Yes. I meant we had to stand, Mo. They gon' do something to. They gonna harm you anyways. A lot of people try to hide. I'm not gonna get involved. That activist that happened to her family, she was one of them. We were in a meeting with her with the Justice Department at a school where Blacks were being threatened. And she stood up there and said, "Oh, we got to work together." She was halfway on their side. They turned around and attacked her a couple months later. You heard what I said? They don't give a damn. America, you better wake up. But again, I say I'm American first, and I'm behind Trump. He is not perfect. I get mad at Trump too. But I tell you what, I can talk about it, but you can't talk about it.
You did, real.
See that? Not in front of my face, you can't. But if it wasn't for Trump, you guys don't know. A group I was with, we've been on stage with him like 5 times, and he cares. He cares about American, and he is not a racist. He's not. He's not a racist. But that's the trick that the mainstream media is playing. I have relatives, Mo, I'm fighting with to today. They mad at me.
Yeah, you ain't alone.
And, relatives and friends. I lost friends. Relatives mad. But you know what? I tell them, I actually know a Black guy that wrote a book. His name is Mason Weaver, and the name of the book is called Lead the Plantation. Look it up. Mason Weaver's book is called Lead the Plantation. Lead. He spoke at one of our summits, one of our immigration summits. He's really good. Okay. So, any other questions out there?
Any questions, anybody? Everybody? I'm looking at the question. Let me go up, see if I see a question on the comment. What is her social page contact for Chanel?
I have a website. Well, it's called Blacks in Sanctuary States. I have to update it because I've been so busy. Okay. And it has an email address there, Blacks in Sanctuary States info at Blacks in Sanctuary States, or you can contact me through my Facebook. You can send a message, which is Chanel Tempel.
All right.
Which is, But yes, I'm an American citizen first. Truly, I am. And again, I'm not just representing the Black community, but all Americans out here in California are being affected. Asians, Latinos, whites, and Blacks. And don't get me wrong, we have had whites in the group attack. I mean, it's no joke. Antifa's out here, so.
Yeah, them Antifas.
Yeah. Thank you, Mo, for that connection, too. You know what I'm talking about. In Northern California.
Oh, yeah, anytime. We all need to band together.
Thank you for that hookup.
Y'all in the same state, we need to, band together, Like we out here in the Midwest, you down in Cali, we all together, you know what I'm saying? And we need to stop what's going on in Cali because it can affect this whole country.
I'm telling you, this is the battleground, and Black politicians like Maxine Waters have already gone across the United States, like Detroit, Georgia, different places, to tell the Black corrupt politicians how to destroy the Black community with illegal immigration and let the illegals get all the jobs. She got a job center out here, and I mean, you Black, you can't even get a job in your own country. They have literally kicked blacks out of the job market. You see a few sprinkle here and there, but you need to take a trip out here. You will see for yourself. It's no joke. And the homeless, 90% of the homeless downtown LA is black and black families. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to, and again, led by these corrupt black politicians. I remember seeing an article in the paper, Maxine Waters in Detroit. I said to myself, what in the hell is she doing in Detroit? And I figured it out. I connected the dots. She was telling them, this was years ago, how to tear down the black community and allow these people to come over and take, and that's exactly what they're getting paid to do. Talk about paid to play. So, and she led, don't forget, she led the charge against Trump for impeachment. She led the charge. We shut her down out here. She had 2 town halls. By the second one, she was running out of there. She had planned on having third. She haven't had a third. When I say we shut her, and it was all nationalities there. It wasn't just black. It was 3 or 4 groups there. She needed security to leave the building. You hear what I said? And that had never happened to her in her 20s or 30 years in office. It had never. We shut it down. You hear what I said? That didn't make the news. We shut her down. And then she told Breitbart and some of the other, news sites, her life has been threatened. And she, oh, you think? You wonder why? Do you wonder why? Not that we were making the threats, but all the dirt. Oh, don't get me started. That's a whole different show, Mo. The black politicians. That's a show by itself.
Yes.
And they're going from state to state, Philadelphia, Georgia, different states, New Orleans. They're telling the black politicians how to destroy the black community for illegal immigration, to give them the jobs and stuff. It's like genocide 101 on blacks. And these are black politicians doing it. Black politicians. Yep. And then they wanted racists. You try to talk to them. They shut us down. Their offices are locked. You go to. I went to 5 offices one day. 4 of them were locked. So they sitting there with locked doors. Wow. Sitting there with locked doors. I mean, I filed a complaint more, and I got a letter from someone, a deputy DA or something. The letter was, you should have seen it. Blast me out. Told me don't out again. The letter told me don't I ever contact them again. Here I'm reaching out asking for help. They say, oh, see something, say something. Okay, see something, say something. See, don't they come after your ass? Okay. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. But thank God for Trump and Sessions. Again, they're not perfect. But if it wasn't for them in the forefront, we'd be worse off. You guys better think about it.
Yeah.
You better stop it before it starts. Texas is fighting back. I've been to Texas last year. I went to the convention there. Texas is standing. Texas threatened the government. September, they said, like, by September the 5th, if you don't get rid of that DACA program, and the government did. Texas is standing up fighting back. Good. I'm telling other people, you better stand up and fight back. They allowed, we did calculations, over 100,000 American citizens have been killed in the last decade by illegal immigrants. Over 100,000 the last decade.
100,000.
Over 100,000, Mo. And that information they don't want released. Anytime we try to do reports and research and put it out there, Trump, when he got in office, started a report where you can go to, the Democrats acted up, and they're not even doing that no more. Anytime we try to put that information out there, because I work with a group that their family members are victims of illegal immigrants, be it rape, be it murder, be it drunk driving. I went to a candlelight visual. Okay. This lady in a city not too far from where I live, and she was murdered by an illegal immigrant. He broke in on her 7:30 in the morning. She was out there in her garden. He forced himself on her, dragged her in her back door, raped her and stabbed her 8 times. He was in a room from the people next door who were illegals too. They gave him 7 hours to get out of the country to Mexico. They gave him 7 hours before they called the police. They should have been arrested too. 7 hours. And it took the FBI, they finally caught up with him. It took them almost 3 years. From day one, Mo, they knew where he was at. We were at the candlelight vigil, and the law enforcement told them, they said, we know where he's at. Mo, from day one, they knew where he was at. Couldn't touch him. Took them 3 years to get him back here. That lady in her own yard, minding her business, watering her garden. And then they want to show you on mainstream media, want to show you on TV, you know, want your compassion. Oh, they so pitiful, their family being broken up. Okay. You better wake up, America. So anytime you want to update, just call me. Like I said, if you want, we could do this like maybe once a month to keep the people updated.
Let's do this.
So the word can get out. And about ACLU, and this ACLU just about in every state. Tell you now, they making billions protecting these animals. Go to ACLU website. You'll see it. And yes, I said animals, just like Trump did. Now, a lot of them are good people, but you know what? When you cross that border illegal, you broke the law. That's strike one. Then you got a fake Social Security number working. That's strike two. And number three, you in this country illegally working. My ID has been stolen twice within the last 2 years. The year before last, the year before that, twice. You heard what I said? So they want, oh, there's some good ones out there when you break the law. Now you know what I'm talking about, Mo, when I said 3 strikes. We get 3, you know.
Yeah. 3 strikes.
Help us get 3 strikes and see what happened to you. Get 3 strikes and see, don't your ass go to jail.
Yep. They ain't playing.
It's not right. And ACLU is trying to say, oh, they covered under the Constitution. Somebody lectures on that. If you're not a citizen over illegal, you're not covered nowhere.
Like,
yeah, they're covered ACLU. They're covered. Oh, I was at a meeting about a month ago. ACLU said they're part of the 14th Amendment, the amendment for black slaves. I'm telling you what's going on. Connect the dots. And they're determined to pass the law to get these people amnesty while American citizens. And, you know, my ex-husband, I'm going to be truthful, was an immigrant. We met in college. It took him over 10 years to get his papers, but he had to adhere to the law, couldn't get on the welfare. You hear what I said? His family was already over here. We met in college. This was years ago. He's deceased now. But he did it the right way. I knew what it's like to stand in immigration line. So I'm not just run off the mouth and, oh, she racist. No, I'm not. We teach you. Okay? So I stood in line. They come out to your place. You know, took them over 10 years. And that's all we asking. I'm not saying stop the flow, period. All we asking that you stand in line. The traffic here is horrendous. There's too many people in California, and they know it, and they're making money off of it. They gas tax 12 cents or more a gallon, and they making us pay for this. Don't think they would not. So, America, please, please wake up.
Wake up. Please
join in the fight. If you just make a phone call, please let your representative know we don't want this in our state. Again, Texas is standing up, and Texas is fighting. Arizona was fighting, so they were trampled over by the last administration. But there's certain states out there fighting. And I'm going to close it by saying this. Another thing I don't like, they sue us at the drop of a pen. And they stop all the lawsuits. When we try to sue, and again, ACLU.
Whew.
How the hell we don't have grounds to sue after all the damage they done? But they can sue. You stare at them hard enough, they sue you behind that.
Right.
It's got to stop. And we have to join. The only way we're going to win, Mo, is if we join as American citizens. That's the only strength we have. Not black, not white, not Asian, not Latino. Right. We had to join together as Americans. Yeah. And they know it. That's the strength we have. Yes. And they keep us divided. They keep showing, oh, blacks are being shot up and killed by police. They keep us divided. We have to hold our head up. We have to pull through it. And we have to fight this as Americans. We have to stand strong as Americans.
They want a race war. They want to create a race. They're creating a race war.
And I want to say, not all law enforcement out there is bad. My son was a sheriff, okay? He's in education now. Now, I'm not, Chanel said, no. Not all, you have some good Mo, you have
Yes,
some
you do.
good law enforcement officers, and some of them don't like what's going on. You have
Right.
some that step forward and protect us out there. You have
Yes.
some that will stand in front of us and protect us
True that.
against these people. Again, I'm putting it out there. Not all law enforcement is bad. It's not. Because they're Americans too, and they don't like what we have. A couple of sheriffs who are head of the sheriff department in San Bernardino, head of the sheriff department in LA County. They're going against this illegal immigration, and they catching hell, and they're in charge. They're the top head, and
Yeah.
they are against it. So again, not all law enforcement is not bad. I'm not going to say that. I'm not. You have some good ones, and again, my son was a sheriff. Duh. So
Man.
there's some good ones out there. So
Right.
anything else? Anybody have any questions? Because I'm wrapping it up.
All right. Any questions, anybody? Before we wrap it up?
And pay attention. I sent Mo some links, and he posted the links. Go into that link and do your research.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the mainstream media. Don't listen to Chanel. Do your own research.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen to me to a certain extent, but
Right.
I'm the kind of person I do my own research. I do.
Right. And you behind the scenes, I mean, you out there, you know what I'm saying? You see, you involved in, I mean, I seen you. I'm like,
Mo, I'm out there. Yeah, I'm watching my back too. But Mo, somebody's got. You know what? If I'm a target, I'm gonna be a moving one. Shit, that's all I can say. I'm gonna be a move. They wiping us out anyways. Duh. I'm gonna be a moving one.
Yep.
What do I have to lose? Duh. So, but I you know. Hey,
what the hell
else
do
can
you
I
have
say?
to lose? Like Trump said, what do the hell you have to lose?
Thank you.
Your
And
school's no good.
if they was not bombarding him the way they are, they personally attacking him, he could do better. He doesn't even have all his cabinet members in place because they feel they have the first year to get him out of office. That's what they feel. They have the first year to impeach him and to get him out of office.
Yep.
You can call it, you know, the globalists. You can call it the elite. You can call it what you want. But America was gone. If Trump didn't get in office, we were gone.
Yeah.
Like it or not. So they feel we're going to try really hard this year to get him. But you know what? You can say that you heard it from Chanel. It's not going to happen. It's not. They're not going to impeach him because the American people are not going to allow it. We're not.
Nope. We're not going to allow it. You know?
Talk about a civil war. Let them think they're going to mess with them. Let them think. They know it. They know it. We are not going to allow. They voted all this stuff over our heads. And we're going to, what do you have to lose?
Nothing.
It's got to stop. And people better start speaking up. We have generations and generation after us. If we don't fight like back in the civil rights days, and again, they're trying to get rid of civil rights and bring in human rights so they can include everybody.
Oh my God.
And that's not right. It's not right. Americans first. This is our country. Again, I don't have any problem with anybody coming over here, but you got to do it the right way.
The right way.
The right way. That's all we ask. We're not saying no, you can never come. Just do it the right way.
Right. Everybody can be
we
equal.
Can't come to your country.
Treated fair.
Look what happened to those. Look what happened to those basketball players. They went over there and stole something. They were gonna get what? 10 years.
Oh yeah, from UCLA, right? Them three brothers, you know.
Can we go to other countries? Could we go? He sure did. And the ungrateful dad. Oh, that's another subject. Can we go to their countries and do what they want to do what we want to do? We'd be in trouble. That's a perfect example. So why are they allowed to come over and steal, kill, destroy, do whatever the hell they want to, and our politicians back them up and change the law in their favor? Press 1 for English.
Ooh, me and Hope were just talking about that last night. We were just talking about
Yeah, but it's press 1. It's just like saying white water faucet, black water faucet. Press 1 for English. We're not going to have it. We need to shut it down. That's what we're working on. So, and keep in mind, a lot of people say, oh, you don't have big numbers, but keep in mind, the revolution, 1776, less than 5%, I think it was like 2% or 3% of the people fought. It wasn't in the thousands. It was not. But they didn't give up. You heard what I said? They did not stop. And that's what we got to do. Take this government back. We, the people, we have to hold them more to the Constitution.
Yep,
right now, that's all we have to hold on to, because they're trying to destroy it. But I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm getting ready to sign off. Oh, one last thing. I saw somebody put an SS here. Social Security, I ran across an article, and I was looking for something else, where Jeff Sessions, about 3 years ago, was he a senator in Alabama? He wasn't in the position he's in now, but he challenged the head of Social Security Department. You know why? He filed a complaint. You know why? Because he found that they were expediting paperwork for illegal immigrants to get Social Security here. And guess what they had as a disability? If you came here and can't speak the English, that's a disability. You heard what I said? They was giving them SSI. If you come here and can't speak the language, you can't speak in, that's a disability. They were giving them SSI, bro.
Get the hell out of here.
Look it up. I'll try to find and link it. I'll send it to it. They were giving them SSI because they could not speak English.
No.
I worked out there for decades, and they fought me every step of the way till I lost my eyesight, and that was my money out of my check they took. They doing all kind of dirty tricks. America better wake up.
Dirty tricks.
And this is Jeff Sessions. I'm going to try to send you the link to the article. Audience out there, do your homework, do your research, please. And contact your local politicians, contact the White House, blow that White House phone up.
All right.
About these taxes and about them able to claim people in another country. It's not right. I hope nobody out there fighting with the IRS. I've been audited by them twice, and trust me, I won both times. And that's before I even knew about the ITIN number. Because like I said, I used to be a manager. But they're out of control. So people, Americans, from citizen to citizen, please wake up. If you can't do nothing but make a phone call, make a phone call. Make a phone call. Well, Mo, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I know your time is precious. And thank you again, Mo, for being so patient.
Hey,
and just contact me. We can do this once a month. Or if something comes up and you want to know what's going on in California, just give me a call.
I definitely will. And thank you for coming on.
Oh, no, anytime. And America stands strong, America. They're running scared. They know. America just stand. I don't care what nationality you are, stand as Americans. Yes. Okay, because they're trying to divide and conquer. They know our strength is in standing together as Americans, okay? Yeah. Okay, love you guys. Okay, hey, Mo.
Love y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.
Okay. We'll talk. Okay, Mo. Okay.